Hey guys, so today I have a haul for you. I know a lot of you, after seeing a picture on Instagram of all the damage I did at MAC, went crazy and were like, oh my gosh, do a haul. So I really want to show you guys everything I purchased. I went shopping with my best friend Victoria and some of her friends, so I actually vlogged that, so if you'd like to watch it, I'll link it down below. But I have a ton of stuff from MAC. I actually stopped by Sephora as well, and then I got two things at Target that I want to just mention to throw it out there. Now for MAC, I am going to show you the stuff that I bought for 3 different trips. The first trip I went a while ago. I never showed you guys, and I filmed a video with the eyeshadows I was using and everything. I just wanted to show you guys what eyeshadows I picked up for the fall, so I'll show you that. They're all unpackaged and I have used them already. Then I have the second trip, which was some lip liners and some lipsticks for fall. And then the third trip, which was the same day as the second trip, just to a different MAC. I got more lip liners and more lipsticks. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'll start with the stuff from MAC first because all of you guys were like crazy about it. And then I'll show you what's from Sephora, which is even more exciting. So, okay, let me go ahead and pull this all out. So I went ahead and swatched all of these for you guys because I wanted you to be able to see the color. So the first one I went in and got was Amber Lights, which was this gold one. I love it. It's so beautiful, and I feel like you rarely find gold that has like actual gold specks. I feel most of them are very, very light and seem to like reflect and seem a little bit pinkish. Now the next one I went in and got was Coppering. I heard so many good things about this one. It is such a like a brick reddish color, and I'm not really one to buy red eyeshadows. I really just don't like them. I think that they're weird and kind of hard to use on the eyes, especially pink ones too. I feel like they make your eyes look like they're irritated. But this one, for some reason, when you blend this into a crease, especially with a brown and a taupe, this one just, it reflects so beautifully and gives you such an amazing finished look, and I'm just so excited for this one as well. Now the next one I got is called Humid, and I don't know why I picked this up, but it's like a green, and I hate green. But I think that for fall, when you think of fall at least, or when I do, I think of reds, orange, and I never forget the green. So I decided to pick this up to see if I can incorporate it into some look. Really just like a challenge for myself to see if I can actually make my least favorite color my favorite color in an eyeshadow look. So that's another one that I picked up. And then I went ahead and used Star Violet, which I thought would be like a gorgeous purple color. But the thing is, it's kind of, its swatch is weird, and it's not as pigmented as the other shadows. Like, I feel like this eyeshadow would be best if you use in the crease with like a really nice, like an E40 or something that's like really big and like fluffy, so that you can just disperse it evenly as kind of a sheen rather than an eyeshadow. So I probably wouldn't take this eyeshadow and pack it all over the lid. That's something that seems like a lot of work. Or I would use a really, really good base underneath it. Then the next one is actually Plumage, and I'm so excited to do a smoky eye with this one. Oh my goodness. It is such a deep blue, and I love blues. The thing is, it's matte, so it was really hard to swatch, but again, with a really good base, it can make such amazing looks. So I'm very, very excited with this one, so look out for a tutorial with that one. Then the next one is Cranberry. You guys heard me use this all the time. It is a beautiful, beautiful cranberry color. It's like a purple with a little bit of pink specks, I believe. Yeah, kind of pink specks. So it's gorgeous. I find that this is my go-to fall shadow lately. Then the next one is Brown Script, which I feel people kind of forget about. It is such a nice warm brown. I don't know why, but it reminds me like, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it, but it is so pretty, and it's a very, very warm brown, so it's something that I probably wouldn't use throughout the year, but during the fall season, my goodness, it's gonna work beautifully. Now the next stuff is actually from another trip. So I'm going to just mention, I ended up getting Black Track, which was yesterday. I actually went yesterday. So Black Track Fluid Line. I don't have a liquid eyeliner that I really, really love, so I'm very happy with this one. I used it today in my tutorial that I filmed that you guys will be seeing next but I really like it, and it's nice and creamy and exactly what you need in like a gel liner. Now I decided to start with the lip liners first and then the lipsticks because I really don't remember which ones I bought at Nordstrom and which ones I bought at Macy's, so I hope you guys don't mind. But I'm going to start with the lip liners darkest to lightest just because I want to kind of go in order. So the first one I got was called Currant. It's a very dark shade. This is just the normal pencils, the lip pencils, and if I were to swatch it right now, let's see what it looks like. Do you see how dark that is? That is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I think that it's more of like a warm brownish red. It's beautiful though. I cannot get enough of their lip liners. They are so, so nice. Because compared to the ones that I have right now that are from the drugstore, I just find that they're not as creamy and they don't work as well when you want like a really dark lip. But I do know that I love them from like Rimmel and Milani. They make great ones, but when it comes to a dark lip, I want a lip liner that's going to be very, very precise, especially when I'm overdrawing and I want it to stay. It just matters to me, and I feel that like lip liners are a good thing to splurge on when it comes to makeup. That and face products. Eyeshadows I can usually find at the drugstore that are just as good as the ones at the high-end counters. So the next one is Vino, which is, I would say, a little bit more of a like purpley. I would say the first one that I showed you was more purpley. This one's a little bit more red. Now again, these are very, very similar lip liners. I just went in and was like, I like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I didn't really have like a plan, which I probably should have had, but whatever. So the first one, which was Currant, is a little bit more purpley, and this one's a little bit more reddish. The next one is called Plum, which is just your generic plum shade, but this one's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more brown, if you can see, compared to the other two. I really, really like that one. I think that this one would be great for just a nice matte lip on an everyday basis. Then the next one is called Burgundy, which is going to be perfect with a red lipstick. It's such a beautiful red. It's right there, if you can see. It looks gorgeous. I think that in general, if I were to, you know, wear a red lip in the fall, this would be the color that I would go for. This one right here. So it is what it is. And then there was one that I really, really liked, but the girl at the counter said they didn't have. So she recommended Absolutely It, which is a pro longwear liner, which is a little bit more creamy. They're not like an actual pencil. I think they just like roll, like they twist up, I think, right? No. No, they don't. It's an actual pencil. It's just a different type of pencil. But it's like a lot creamier. This one right here. And I think it's a gorgeous, like, I would say like a dusty rose shade. It's so nice, and I think it'll be perfect for everyday fall lip compared to the really dark ones. I mean, I think it's dark enough to be like an everyday lip for fall, but not light enough where it's like, am I even wearing a lip color, you know? The next one is Spice, which I heard so many people talk about that I was like, okay, I'll pick it up just because I hear so much about it. It's very similar to Absolutely It, but it's a little bit darker and a little bit more brown right there. And I thought that personally, this one would probably be the lip liner I would use to darken up the outer part of my lip, and then use like maybe either Absolutely It or the next lip color, which is actually Whirl, to do the center. That way kind of creates a gradient and makes my lips look a little better than what they actually are. Now this is Whirl, which is the one that was sold out at Nordstrom, which is why I went to the other MAC counter, because I wanted this one so bad. It was the one that my friend Alyssa recommended. If you saw my vlog, you probably saw her, but she recommended this, and she also said that apparently like Kylie Jenner wears this. I'm not really sure, but it's the color I'm wearing on my lips right now in the other tutorial, and it's this shade right here. I think it's very, very similar to Spice. I smushed it. It's just a little bit more pink compared to Spice. Spice is more brown, and it kind of looks a little bit more natural, like not as intense. The next color is Soar, which is the pinkish shade that I got. It's the pinkiest shade out of all the ones that I got, and I think it's gorgeous. It's right there. such a beautiful shade, especially like I think for winter. I feel like I find myself wearing pinks a little bit more in the winter rather than in the fall, so I'm really excited to try that one out. Then I got Subculture, which is a very nice, I think like an everyday shade for just throughout the entire year. It's almost like a nude. It's just a little bit more peachy. This one right here. I like it a lot. And then the last one I got was called Boldly Bare, which is actually their like nude shade, I think, but it's like a little bit more pink. So Subculture is like the nude one, and this one's a little bit more pink. So they're both nudes, it's just Boldly Bare is a little bit more pink, and Subculture is more of a peachy shade, and that's a really good selection of liners that I picked up. You can see it's a lot, but I literally don't own any lip liners. The only ones I have are the ones that NYX sent me during their Face Awards, and those, most of them, I'm going to tell you, are garbage, and I hate them. And then, I'm sorry, they are. And then the only other ones I have are I think I bought it from L'Oreal. It's like a nude lip liner just because I knew I needed a nude lip liner. So I definitely have been needing lip liners really bad. So I went out, got a ton, and I'm probably set for the rest of my life. Now moving on to lipsticks. I actually don't know which one's the darkest and which one's the lightest, so we're just going to pick it up. I have them all like sitting here, so it's like a surprise every time I pick it up. So the first one is called, it's a luster, it's Midi Mauve. This is the one I'm actually wearing today. It's a beautiful shade. I think that it's a nice like everyday shade. I probably would wear this mostly like just on its own, but today I put a lip liner underneath it. So you can see it is what it is. It's a mauve. It's a nice kind of nude shade, but it's not nude where you're sitting there and you're like, does she even have lips? You know what I'm talking about? Those nudes that look like they're concealers on your lips? That is a big no-no, ladies, but this is a really nice shade. And again, I went up to the counter and I was just like, I like that one, I like that one, I like that one. So if some of them look very similar, it's because I went to 2 different counters and I wasn't really thinking about what I already purchased. The next one is called Fast Play, which is an amplified lipstick. It's so pretty, and I think it's a nice like year-round shade as well. It's not something where I'm planning on only wearing it in the fall. You can see it's a little bit more pinkish, but again, a very wearable shade. It's not something where you're too scared to wear it because it's too dark or too intense. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade, especially for fall. The next one is called, I just knocked them all down. Oh no, that's not good. It was like a domino effect because I put them all up like dominoes. I hope that I pick them all up. We're just gonna cross our fingers. So the next one is called Viva Glam 3, and it's a matte. It's a gorgeous kind of, I don't even know if it's like a red, but it's so pretty. I'm obsessed with this shade, and I saw it at the first counter and told myself, nah, don't get it, and then I got it at the second counter. It is so pretty. I've never had any like Viva Glam lipsticks. I think I own 2 MAC lipsticks, and I love them. They're the first one is Faux, and the other one is Twig, and Twig is my favorite, so that's a really nice color to add to my collection. Then the next shade is called Verve, and it's a satin. It's like a little bit more of a brown compared to the other shades I have, but it is still beautiful. You can see it's a little bit more brown, but again, a very nice fall shade, something I can see myself wearing a lot. Then the next one is called Diva, and it is a matte, and oh my gosh, I will feel like a diva when I wear this. It is so pretty. It's a nice, beautiful red. Wow. I'm like obsessed with this color. I think this is going to be the color I'm going to wear in my like next tutorial just because it is so pretty. Next one is called Del Rio. It is a satin, and again, it's a little bit more of like a brownish red, but I feel like this one is going to be one of my favorites. Do you see it? It's kind of like I would say compared to the other ones, it's more brown than red, but it has this nice like rose like color underneath it. I don't know. It's really nice though. I seem to like the satins a lot. The next one is called Sin, and it is a matte, and this is probably one of the darkest ones. It is so beautiful. I feel like I'm running out of space to swatch. Okay, let's put it here. It is a deep burgundy red. Compared to the other ones, it's matte, right? Yeah, it's matte. It is really, really pretty. I am obsessed. Then the next color is Media, which is a satin, probably gonna be a favorite of mine, but it's really dark. It's like a brownish purple shade, but it's like a, I don't know, it's very, very deep. It's purpley. It definitely has like a hint. It looks kind of like a bloody purple. It's very similar to Diva, but it's a satin, so it has a little bit of a sheen, but it is very, very dark still. Okay, the next one is called Fashion Revival, and this is matte. I believe this one and another one I have are from their current matte line, so I think they're limited edition. But any of the ones that are matte, I would double check because I'm pretty sure they're not there for forever. So, okay, let's put Diva right here. Now, Diva is the brightest shade I purchased because it reminds me a lot of my favorite shade. I'm so sorry about my sisters, they're so loud right now. But it's very similar to one of my Maybelline colors that I really love in the summer, and I think this is a great alternative for the fall because it's a really nice deep berry shade, but I think it's really workable in the fall, which is a really hard thing to find. Most berries, when I find them, I feel like they're only for the spring and summer. Now moving on to Sephora, I went in and picked up a couple of things. Now I went in knowing that I wanted to get a Laura Mercier primer, so I got the hydrating one. I used it today, so I'll let you know how I like it. I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, the hydrating one, because I do have dry skin, I feel like I tell you guys all the time, but it's a real serious problem, so I want to make sure I get a primer that I like. So far it's nice, I like it, but we'll see if it breaks me out or if it causes any problems for me in the future, so that is something under consideration. The next thing I picked up was because my friend Victoria really liked it, and also I saw that it was new. It's the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid. Now this is supposedly supposed to get rid of, like, blur all your imperfections. Now when I was applying it, if you watched my tutorial that I'm going to be uploading after this haul, you're going to see me flipping out while I'm applying it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, kind of looks weird, like this is kind of strange. It was blending in weird, and I used a brush, and then I used my beauty blender, and in general I was just like not happy with how it was turning out. But in the end, I am okay with the way it looks right now. We'll see how it looks in a couple of hours, and then I'll get back to you guys within a couple of videos because I need some time to decide whether or not I like it or not. And then the main reason why I went to Sephora was because I wanted to pick up the Too Faced Melted Liquid Longwear Lipstick, and this is actually in the shade Melted Ruby, which is a new shade. And I saw it on so many videos and so many swatches of it, and I fell in love, and I was like, I want to get that as well. So let me show you what it looks like, because I wore it yesterday and it was so pretty. Do you see that? Look at the pigmentation. It is so bright, and I find that this shade, the darker you make it, the more it can either be for a really deep kind of smoky eye that's for fall, or if you wear it a different way, it can be a very nice spring shade. I feel like it's very, very flexible, and I really like that about this shade. Then I'm trying to find like a makeup wipe so I can like wipe it off before it like permanently stains the back of my hand. Do you guys hate that? Like, I hate lipsticks because of that fact. Like, I hate swatching them because they never come off, and then you're like stuck with these like colorful hands for like the rest of the week. And then how are you supposed to explain it to people that don't know you're a YouTuber? Like, yeah. Struggle's real. Then I wasn't planning on picking this up. I knew I wanted it, but I was just like, okay, listen, like, you have to think about this. But I ended up picking up one of the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment because a lot of people were raving about it for a really long time, and people said it was worth the money and worth the hype. So I said, okay, fine, I'll pick one up. And out of all of them, I decided to pick the white one because it says that it's like a Beauty Insider Award winner. And I feel like overall the white one was the one that everybody raved about in their YouTube videos. Like the hydrating one and the green one and the black one, people were like iffy about. Some people loved them, some people hated them. I probably would have picked up the hydrating one had I not heard about things from other people. But because this one like supposedly does more things and is like a lot more like intense, I decided let's try this one first, and then if I like it, I'll go ahead and purchase the other ones. And then again, because I've been super into skincare lately, I decided to pick up the Sephora masks that they have. A lot of people have been using them lately and I heard good things. So I wanted to try them out, and the lady at the who was walking around and helping people, she said that they just recently got these little sets for the holiday season that have 5 different ones. Originally these are like $6 each, but since there's like 5 of them in here, it's a 24 set. So basically you get one for free. You buy 4 and then you get one for free, instead of paying $6 for every single one of them. Now in here you have there's a 5 ones. Okay, so you have the pearl mask, the ginseng mask, the honey mask, the pomegranate mask, and the rose mask. So one of them is like hydrating, anti-fatigue, nourishing, toning, and perfecting. So I will try them all, let you guys know how I like them. They're really cute. I think that they're adorable, and I'm really excited. If I like them a lot, I think it might be a great way to like give people a gift. Go ahead and give them like a little mask set, because honestly I feel like it's something that I don't buy for myself enough, and I think that you really need it. So it's just, I think it's a nice thought for the holidays. Like if you get somebody a mask, be like, you know, give yourself a minute to enjoy yourself. Like stop rushing and living life a little too intense. So this is like, they come in like a little thing, and they're in a little sleeve inside the pocket. So they're very nicely packaged, very cute. And they have the instructions on the back of this little paper, and I think that the packaging on this is phenomenal. So I'm very excited to use this. Probably going to invite a couple of my friends or something over for when I do want to try this out, so that we can do it all together or something like that. Okay, goodness gracious, I hope nothing falls. And then I have 2 things left that I picked up at Target because I was there and I needed a couple of things, and I saw them and I was like, oh, let's try it. So the first thing is the Biore Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. I heard a lot of good things about these, and I noticed I had a couple of like naughty pores on my nose that I wanted to clean out, so I decided to pick this up, and I'm going to try that tonight because I really need it. Then the next thing I got was actually, I watched a commercial and I saw them talking about this, and I was like, wow, maybe it'll work. And it's the Rough and Bumpy Skin from Gold Bond Daily Therapy Cream. Now, this is something that I've never heard of from other people. I didn't really hear about this brand at all, talked about anywhere, but I did hear it on a commercial, and I wanted to see how it would work. It's new, so apparently it's 90% experienced smoother, softer skin in just 1 week, and 72% reduced in the bumps and appearance of KP, which I don't know what KP stands for, in 4 weeks. I have really rough skin right here on the outside of my arms, and also I have it on my cheeks, and I have it going like over here on my elbows. So I wanted to see if I ended up using this as a moisturizer for the next couple of days, maybe even like the next couple of weeks, how it would react with my skin and if it would help. If it does end up helping, that'll be great, and I will have a solution for you guys. But again, I'm the test dummy here. I'm going to try it out and let you guys know if I like it. I'll probably be doing a favorites video summertime in November, because I find that when I have a lot of favorites, it happens after I buy a lot of new things. So I don't want to do favorites for every month. I find that that kind of is like, it becomes repetitive because I don't like to change things about what I like. But if I do find something new that I am enjoying, I would love to share it with you guys. So I'll let you guys know definitely. But that is pretty much all I purchased. I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. Let me know what your favorite thing was. And out of all the lipsticks and lip liners, I just hope you guys don't judge me for the fact that I bought all those, because I literally only have 2 MAC lipsticks, and they're my favorite lipsticks at the moment. And then as for lip liners, I really needed them, and I found that during the fall is when you wear them most, and that was perfect for what I needed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. Let me know if you'd like to see more hauls. I feel like I make little purchases here and there, and I don't really make videos about them because I felt like 3 products or, you know, a couple of products would just not be worth it. But when I do go out and purchase a lot, I'm like, okay, let me show you guys. So if you guys would like to see more hauls, let me know. I do have a fashion haul that I could do because I purchased a couple of new things for the fall season. But again, it's only if you guys would like it. So thank you again for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm sorry if this is a little bit long, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.